Hi, hello, good morning, our dear Moonlozans. Look at this beautiful view that we are just admiring. Quite overwhelming, isn't it? And where are we?
So we are on the outskirts of Lisbon district. This is Sesimbra.
Down south.
Down south, yeah, close to Setubal. So if you look around there to the left, still see part of the city, Setubal. And then here you see the peninsula that is called Troia. Okay, very famous for this. The name comes from the settlement of Romans that were around. Yeah,
I think there is still archaeological part there.
And there was a community that was given itself to fishing and to salt, to the salt industry. It was very important as well. And this is the entrance of the old estuário do Sado, that it's the river that really bathes the city of Setúbal, Portugal da Arrabida, and further on west we'll have as well Sesimbra.
Yeah, and now Troia as well. It's actually, you can get to Troia from Setúbal through ferry boat.
Yeah, you see more or less the ports there arriving, and this is one of the most touristical.
It's now quite luxury resort.
Yeah.
And you can also access it through mainland by a beautiful city of Alcácer do Sal, I think. Yeah, that's how it's called. Yeah. So a beautiful view.
We have just a beautiful boat as well coming in. A small cargo ship. And look at the color of the water.
Oh yes, the water looks really, really inviting. We actually left Estoril and Lisbon with quite rainy weather. It was not raining hard and it's not cold, but it was quite closed. And suddenly we had a lovely opening, so really, really worth the walk. So we are as well in a natural park of Arrabida, and that's what we are actually going to discover in a while. So we are actually in an old building, abandoned building. I think it was a military base and previously a kind of fortress or military fortress guarding the entrance.
The entrance of the estuary,
of the
coast. So it's
of the coast.
We have artillery pieces of the coast. See already people entering there. Now they're a little bit vandalized with some graffiti on. But still very well located.
So here you can see as well still the remaining walls of this defense, kind of fortress, I would say. Okay, just going down to pass here. Okay, narrow, but yeah, here we are. So you can see a bit more over of the view. And as I was saying, you can get from Troia by mainland, and it's also quite nice drive through Alcácer do Sal, through the famous rice fields.
Alcácer do Sal, which is more or less further on that direction there.
Yeah. And if any of you...
And salt as well, there's a huge salt industry around.
And if you brought your swimmers, I think we might have a nice swim, because I'm not sure if you can actually see the color of the water. I'm going to try to zoom it a little bit, but it's really nice, luscious or emerald green, I would say. Okay, so we are down from the fortress that you can see there behind us, and we are walking towards this remaining pieces of the defense, artillery. Yeah, they're quite vandalized.
But you can still clearly see, the huge pieces they were.
Yeah. And
so we were just as well checking, and this is called Fort Velho do Outão.
Fort Velho do Outão.
Outão,
yeah.
The
locality here. And there as well you can see the beautiful combination of the Arrabida Natural Park, which are this very greeny, hilly surrounding region of the Setúbal Bay. And I'm just going a little bit further just to show you closer. I must say my legs are always a bit shaky when I'm
just
climbing.
This is really the piece, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
How they really looks.
yeah. It's the bullets, yeah. I'm going from this side just to show you a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. I must say that when I'm on height and quite open space, my legs get a little bit shaky. But yeah, but still, it's pretty amazing, nice view. Look at that. And here one more look at Troia and the Setubal Bay. Those of you who joined the virtual Hans Christian Andersen tour, and those of you who will join the tour next year, hopefully we'll do it in person. We are planning in October 2022. Some of these places we'll definitely visit, because Andersen, when he visited Portugal in 1866, he spent over a month in this region of Setubal with the O'Neill family, one of the O'Neill brothers, and he was discovering this part of Arrabida. He also did a boat trip from Setubal to Troia, and that's something we are planning to do as well. But there are also some old monasteries that are spread in a Trappist monastery, I think that's how it's called, that is spread here in Arrabida mountain. And a beautiful grotto, a little chapel, which is done in a natural grotto, a natural cave. It's called Grotto of Santa Margarida. We actually have it on our list for today, so hopefully we'll be able to find it, and hopefully we'll be able to share some images with you. Okay, so here is another stop that we did here, driving through Arrabida mountains. As you can see, the mountain range, the path was going through there, so we were really on the top of the mountains. It's quite picturesque road. As you can see, you have the Setubal, Troia, and here you have Portinho de Arrabida Bay. It's a beautiful, picturesque place. And we stopped here. The reason why we stopped here is because what you're seeing in front, it's a convent. As far as I remember, it was called Trappist Monastery, and this is a convent that Hans Christian Andersen mentions in his diary from his journeying through Portugal in 1866. As I mentioned, he stayed in a property of the O'Neill family, close to Setubal, really at the kind of entrance to Arrabida. So he was doing a lot of daily walks. He stayed in Portugal between May and August, so he really caught lovely summer time here in Setubal, although he was complaining that the nights were quite humid and cold. but he was visiting a lot of the local places. I'm just hearing the bells. Oh, it's so lovely. And this is one of the places he mentions. He used to come quite a lot to this convent.
Lonely moments here and there. Every night we sleep, but secretly I wish you were here with me.
Hi, hello my dear Muldoozans. Hello back. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the track that we are doing now here in Arrabida. So I showed you a little image from the top where we left the car overlooking. I'm sorry, I have to focus as well on the walk because it's been raining, so it's quite slippery. So we left the car overlooking the convent, and now we are actually walking around the convent. We are not sure if we can enter to the convent itself, as apparently it has to be with a previous reservation, with previous booking. But nevertheless, we are exploring a little bit the path around and the beautiful Arrabida nature and landscapes. Okay, so we are already down the mountain. We are close to Portinho da Arrabida, and we actually ended up following Andersen footsteps in Arrabida, because we are on our path to Grotto of Santa Margarida. It's called Lapa de Santa Margarida, which is mentioned by Andersen in his travel book. I will put a little quote in a minute. And yeah, we are going to share with you this beautiful place. So that's the path leading to Lapa de Santa Margarida. So we are still on a path to Grotto, but I wanted to show you these beautiful flowers. It's a sort of cactus. Gustavo, it's a cactus, no? But look at these beautiful flowers. And this is our path. This is the way we continue down towards the Grotto of Santa Margarida. And you have the Atlantic Ocean on the side. We are really, I think this is really Portinho da Arrabida, no?
Yeah, that's Portinho da Arrabida.
So we are trying to discover Grotto, and they say that in some of the tourist guides of this region of Setubal, of Sesimbra, they still quote Andersen when they mention Lapa de Santa Margarida. Look at
And
this.
this is usually edible, you know.
Okay.
So we can't pick it up because they have these small spikes, you know. But
Wow.
it's like
The
they
needles
say
are really big.
they're very sweet.
Really
Such a beautiful
amazing.
flower. I think they should be
Yes.
very nice. So
Look at these beautiful flowers here.
it's called Figueira da Índia.
So
Indian fig.
Yeah. I presume it would be something like that cave, like that grotto over there, because that's actually the story. It's like a small grotto when the image was brought and a small altar was built. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. So it's quite pleasant path, and I must say now it closed a little bit, and we actually got some rain when we started our path to Grotto. But it's very nice temperature for hiking and for walking, for a swim as well. Yes. Wow, that's really, really beautiful path, I must say. So all those of you who are planning to go with us to next year to do the Hans Christian Andersen tour, prepare yourself for this amazing views, because that's where we are coming, you know, the Grotto of Santa Margarida, the grotto.
We have the Troje Towers there as well.
Yeah, over there.
And on that side, the small part of sand, it's already Praia de Portinho da Arrabida.
Exactly. And this is the path we just did, and that's where we are heading.
That's where we're entering another
there we are,
dimension.
yes. So see you on the other side.
Down we go.
Okay, so here we are. We are inside of the grotto, and this is the small altar. Really amazing. Something, wow. And you can hear the ocean just behind. You know, it can be a little bit dark, so I do apologize, but we are really here inside of the grotto. And that's, I'm walking towards the ocean, towards the sea. So you can have a feeling of this space. Wow. It's really impressive. Look at that. There are some few people here along with us, but other than that, it's very quiet, and that's the altar. So yeah, here we got to Grotto de Santa Margarida, Lapa de Santa Margarida. Now imagine that one day Andersen was seeing precisely what we are seeing at the moment, you know. Yeah, so yeah, this is a little bit of Arrabida following Hans Christian Andersen footsteps, kind of. Wow, the sound of the waves is quite amazing here. I'm going to take you a little bit closer. Look at that. It's really like entering another dimension, other world. And here is view from this side. We got really to the edge of the grotto, and we are really facing the ocean. And that's Gustavo over there, trying to take a nice picture as well of the grotto. There is one more family here close to us, and the echo here of the grotto is quite strong. That's why probably there are some background noises. But look at the nice spot that this seagull just chose for herself to enjoy. Quite quiet and peaceful ocean today. Look at the massive formation of these pillars, you know, of this grotto. Really, it's really impressive. No wonder that Andersen enjoyed coming here. It's really a pearl that you discover here at the bottom of the Arrabida mountain. dear Mundozans, thank you so much for doing this walk with us. We are here down in Portinho da Arrabida, and I think that's where we are going to leave you, as we are going to have lunch in one of these lovely restaurants outside. So, see you until the next time.
See ya.